I never imagined a simple night out would unravel into something irreversible. I wasn't supposed to be there. My husband was working late, again, and I couldn't bear another evening alone in our silent house, pretending our marriage wasn't crumbling. So I went out, just one drink, just to feel alive. The bar hummed with warmth, laughter bubbling over the clink of glasses. I perched at a corner table, scrolling absently through my phone, the ice in my cocktail melting as I took half-hearted sips. Trouble wasn't part of the plan, but then they appeared. 3 men, different, yet each magnetic in his own way. The first had an easy charm, the kind that drew you in without effort. The second was quiet, but his gaze burned with something reckless and alluring. The third, playful. His teasing pulled laughter from me, real laughter, the first in months. Their attention wrapped around me like a fever. I didn't resist. They slid into my space as if they belonged there, conversation flowing like we'd known each other for years. Harmless, I told myself. Just words. Just tonight. But my body betrayed me. The way I twirled my hair, held their stares too long, leaned in just enough to fan the flames. One asked if I was married. I paused. Yes. I expected retreat. Instead, their interest sharpened, as if my admission had flipped a switch. So you get plenty of nights to yourself, then? The charmer smirked. I forced a laugh. More drinks appeared. I hadn't ordered them. I wasn't drunk, not enough to excuse what was happening. Every graze of fingers, every loaded glance, sent sparks through me. I could leave. I lied to myself. This is just a game. Then one reached across the table, his fingertips brushing mine. I should have recoiled. I didn't. The night swallowed me whole. Outside, the air was cool, but my skin burned. They flanked me, their presence both shelter and snare. My pulse stuttered. I could still turn back. A cab. Home. Pretend. I didn't. We slipped into a dim lounge, the kind where shadows hid sins. Music throbbed low, drowned by the tension coiling between us. One sat beside me, his knee pressing into mine. Another whispered something wicked in my ear. The third just watched, hunger darkening his eyes. Guilt should have clawed at me. Instead, I felt seen. For years, I've been invisible, a ghost in my own life. Here, I was a spark they couldn't resist. A game, and I was the trophy. Fingers traced my palm, slow, deliberate. Another tucked my hair back, his touch lingering at my neck. A question. A dare. I exhaled shaky. My heart raced. The choice had always been mine. I could have refused, pushed back my chair, invented some polite excuse, vanished into the night. But the unvarnished truth? I stayed because I wanted to. The brush of lips against my neck. A husked laugh, velvet dark. Eyes that pinned me in place like a specimen, under glass. For years, I'd lied to myself, my life is enough. I don't crave more. Tonight, that fiction shattered. One leaned in, his exhale scorching my cheek. Stay. So I did. The world narrowed to this. The air thick as syrup, the walls pressing closer, every second erasing another inch between us. Reason dissolved. Only sensation remained. Their gazes heavy on my skin, the furnace heat of bodies not quite touching. A hand slid toward me first. Fingers charting a slow descent down my arm, pausing, testing. I held still. The second man's mouth ghosted along my jaw, the barest contact that electrified my nerves. The third observed, his silence more unnerving than any touch. A tremor racked me. Anticipation, yes, but beneath it, something thicker, more damning. This wasn't just desire anymore. It was capitulation. Someone lifted my chin. Our eyes met, his searching, mine answering. No words needed. The first kiss was a question. The second, an avalanche. Hands mapped me through fabric, igniting trails of fire. Shame should have clawed its way up my throat. Thoughts of my husband, of vows, should have cleaved through the haze. They didn't. I was molten, every cell alight with the hum of their voices, the press of palms, the traitorous arch of my body toward each new trespass. Every boundary I'd ever drawn, gone. In that moment, I didn't recognize myself. Worse, I didn't care. Dawn announced itself not with warmth or scent, but with silence. Oppressive, cloying. I jolted upright, skull throbbing, mouth parched. My muscles ached in ways that had nothing to do with fatigue. The phone screen glared up at me. Missed calls. Unread messages. My husband's name, a gut punch. Hey, everything okay? You're out late. Call me when you're home. Home. As if I hadn't spent the night burning it to the ground. The mattress dipped beside me. I didn't turn. Couldn't. My dress slouched over a chair. One heel lay capsized near the door. The mirror showed a stranger, smear-lipped, marked by foreign hands, a living crime scene. Guilt came in waves. First icy, then drowning. Just one night, I'd told myself. Meaningless. But the woman in the mirror knew better. I picked up the phone. Invented a lie. Something bland, believable. Yet when his voice poured through the receiver, warm with sleep, still trusting. Hey, I rasped. On my way home. The words curdled on my tongue. Too late. I understood. Some doors, once open, can never be shut again.